Welcome back to the Living in Sedona channel. I'm Cami. I'm one of your local real estate agents serving the Sedona and Verde Valley area. I do sell real estate here in Sedona and the Verde Valley. So today we're going to be talking about the 5 things that sellers should avoid when listing their home. So stick around. Let's get started, but before I do, as you know, if you are on our channel frequently, I like to do my videos out and about in Sedona to just showcase the beauty that Sedona holds. I don't know if you can see it, but we have had some controlled burning, which is very common during the summer months of in Sedona, and so it is July, the middle of July, and so they're doing a controlled burn, and it's been quite hazy and a little smoky. So I was hoping today would look a little better, hopefully, and it does. So hopefully you're getting a nice view behind me of the Boynton Canyon area. I don't know if Thunder Mountain is in the camera screen, but we're at Cultural Park. I've been here before, and it's a beautiful, beautiful view and a beautiful place to hike. So hopefully you are seeing the beautiful landscape and the smoke is not too hazy to cover it. So let's get to the topic at hand today. We are talking about 5 things that sellers should avoid when they're listing their property. And I have to tell you, the reason why I'm doing this topic is because I've had a few transactions lately where the sellers have done these things, and it's almost kind of bit them in the butt when we got to the final end of the purchase price. I have represented the buyers on both of the transactions that I'm thinking about, and it just didn't bode well for the seller. So I thought I'm going to make a video about this because you guys, you have created equity in your home, and you want to get the best price for your home, and we as real estate agents want you to get the best price for your property. And so I have 5 things today that I want you to think about. I want you to avoid doing to hopefully help you get the best price for your property. All right, number 1, do not turn off your utilities. We have many homes here in Sedona that are second homes and or are rental investments, like someone must have bought it for a long-term investment. They have long-term tenants. Now the tenant has left and they maybe want to put their property in the market because they're tired of being a landlord. A lot of sellers have done this, where they turn off the utilities. This is not a good idea for a couple of reasons. One, when someone wants to show your property, and let's just say it's a cloudy day, I mean, we don't have many of them here, but let's say it's monsoon season and it's raining and it's dark and their lights aren't on, so we can't see what's going on inside the property. A lot of people do this when maybe it's winter time and they think, oh, we're not going to have many showings, we're just going to turn the electric off. Not a good idea. And what you have to do then is, when you go under contract, is you've got to turn those utilities back on for the inspection to actually occur. So it costs you not only to have to turn the utilities back on, but I also think it costs you time, because we can't even start our inspection period until those utilities are on. So it drags things out, it costs you more money. It's not a good idea to have the water and electric off when the home is vacant, especially if we're in the winter and pipes can freeze. It's just not a good idea. So just leave the utilities on, keep it at the bare minimum settings, pay the monthly fee, your monthly bill. It shouldn't be that costly. It's just not a good idea to turn off the utilities while your home is on the market. Number 2 is neglecting maintenance items. This sort of goes along with utilities, and what I'm specifically referring to is If you do not maintain or have a maintenance schedule for your HVAC system, if you have a swamp cooler, an air conditioning system, even landscaping, just normal maintenance on your property, plumbing issues, those tend to come back and bite you in the butt during the inspection period because things are found that have been neglected, and then the buyer is like, well, now I've got to pay to bring this up to speed and get it in efficient working order, and that's going to cost your buyer money. And a lot of times they try to pass that on to you because that was your responsibility as the homeowner and you didn't do that. So don't neglect the maintenance items, landscaping, HVAC, plumbing issues, roof maintenance, especially if you have a flat roof. During the winter, the water can sit on those roofs, and if they're not maintained appropriately, that creates cracks and then leaks. And so try to do your best at keeping up on the maintenance of your home. Number 3, hiring a local real estate agent. Now, I'm not just saying this because I'm a real estate agent. Let's say you have a home here in Sedona or the Verde Valley, and you have a friend that lives in Scottsdale who's a realtor, and you want to utilize them because maybe they're going to give you a break on the commission or the compensation that you've got to pay for them to list your property. I understand. I get it. You want to keep as much money in your pocket as possible. However, that agent does not do business here. So they're not always fully aware of what the market here in Sedona is like and how it operates. It also is beneficial to have a local real estate agent because who do you think the buyers who are looking to call or looking to purchase a property in this area, who do you think they're reaching out to? They're not reaching out to the people in Scottsdale or Phoenix. They're calling the local agents here that work here and do business here because guess what? They know what's going on there. They know what's on the market. They know what's maybe coming to the market. And that's another thing is that a lot of the local real estate agents, we all talk. And so we know what's possibly not on the market, but it's coming to the market. And so if we know someone's looking for something, then we can be one step ahead and getting you maybe into that property before anyone else sees it, before it even goes out live on the MLS. So utilizing a local real estate agent is just to your benefit. And if you don't, you might end up losing money in the process. All right, number 4. Let me look at my notes. Overpricing the home. Now, I don't feel like we're seeing this as much anymore as we did maybe a few years ago, even after, during COVID, after COVID, that people are just like, I'm just put my house on the market for, $2 million when it's worth $1 million. And I'm going to see what I can get. And it's just not a good idea. People know what you're doing. You really want to price your property appropriately for the market that it's in. Not being greedy, not just seeing what's out there, what you're going to get. People see through that, and it's just not a good idea. I think if you have an agent, and that's happening, I hope you reevaluate if your agent is local, because then they would probably discourage you in doing that. So don't put your home on the market, even if you're a for sale by owner. Don't put your property on the market just to see what you can get. People see through that. All right, last and not least, and it really goes along, I think, with having a local real estate agent, is don't disregard creative offers. So what I mean by that is when you get an offer, typically as a seller, the first question out of your mouth is, what's the purchase price? What are they offering for my property? And that's important, I get it. However, there are some other things that are part of the contract, part of the offer, that you should take time to consider and speak with your agent about who that is representing you. You need to take a look at not only the purchase price, but is the offer cash or is it financing? If it's financed, how much down payment and earnest money are they putting down? Are they using a local lender, or are they using a lender that's in Ohio, for instance? I've had that happen. And how fast is closing going to occur? Are we on a normal 30-day closing, or if it's a cash offer and we can have this done in 15 days, but maybe the offering price isn't exactly where you want it to be, but you're going to be done in 15 days. That's important. I never recommend anyone not having inspections. So our inspection period here in Arizona is 10 days. Sometimes we have some wiggle room, especially if the utilities are off, that, we've got to have that amount of time for the inspection period. But don't discount offers that maybe have a lower purchase price, but they have some other things attached to it, some other conditions to the contract. What's the closing? How long is escrow going to be? How long is the inspection going to be? Are we having inspections? Is it a cash deal? Is it a financing deal? And what are they, if they are offering any more money for any items that maybe you have in the house? Some items are, some homes are sold with a separate bill of sale for the furnishings. Maybe they're having that separate bill of sale outside of the purchase contract. So don't discount the offers that have the lower purchase price before you thoroughly look through the whole offer, including all of those things that I just mentioned, because it might just behoove you to take something that has a quicker closing, but maybe a lower purchase price, just so you can get your house sold. That's the goal, right? Is to get your house sold. So I would encourage you to consider these things before listing your home, because we want you to have the best price for your property, and that's your goals, and that's our goal for you. And so you doing these 5 things or thinking about doing these 5 things helps in what you're going to overall end up getting for your home. So that was a lot of information. I think I talked a little fast. I'm sorry about that. Maybe you could dial down the speed a little bit if I was talking too fast, but I do hope that the information was helpful and informative for you. If you have any questions about real estate, about Sedona, or living in the Verde Valley, please feel free to reach out to me. My contact information is always left in the description below, and I'll put it across the screen today. I don't usually do that, but maybe I should, so you can have a quick glance at it. And as always, I hope you make it a great day at Living in Sedona. I'll see you next week.